Hi, my name is Skylar Dawn Coomer. I'm a first year student here at IU from Austin, Indiana. Back home, I have two amazing parents, three brothers, two sisters, a small zoo, and an amazing significant other. Family has always been very important to me. On June 30th, 2012, I lost a huge part of my family. Derek is one of my five first cousins, but in my family, cousins are raised all together and act like siblings. He died in a car wreck while drunk driving in 2012. This was the single most influential moment of my childhood. Before he died, I was extremely selfish and driven by my own happiness. But during this time, I began transitioning into what Carol Gilligan considers from goodness to truth. I started focusing on my responsibility to take care of not only myself, but my family and the people I love. I found God again and developed the morality of nonviolence much more strongly. I was devoted to making sure I didn't hurt others or myself. In April of 2016, I made a startling discovery. I was informally diagnosed with NCGS, or non celiac gluten sensitivity. I had been sick for many years and had endured countless stomach, muscle, joint, and mental and hormonal issues. I had always joked about being allergic to pizza because I knew I felt worse after I ate pizza. But after a particularly bad day, my dad went to the store and bought me a few weeks' supply of gluten-free foods. He had had enough. I felt a difference the very next day and began going to doctors to figure out what all this meant. Eventually, the NCGS turned into a celiac diagnosis and my life changed for the better. Because of this illness, I was unable to meet the physiological requirements for survival. I couldn't eat. My body could not function properly, and the needs that should have been met first were not being met at all. But eventually, my anxiety started getting better, my body was absorbing nutrients, and I was eating well and taking care of myself. Finally, after a year and a half of living a completely new lifestyle, my life totally changed again. I moved into IU on August 15th, 2017. This was my young adulthood and the intimacy versus isolation stage of Erikson's model. I gained valuable psychosocial developmental traits. Erikson claims that young adults need to form intimate relationships with other people. Success leads to strong relationships, while failure results in loneliness or isolation. I turned 19 around the time I left for college. I was spending much of my time alone. I came to school here with my best friend from home, but our schedules made it very difficult to spend time together. Once we got into the swing of things, we managed to shift our friendship into something more like family. She and I currently have the most meaningful relationship in my life. We rely on one another for many things. In the beginning, I was certainly failing this stage of the model. Now, however, I have several meaningful relationships in my life. So that's me, Sky Coomer. Daughter, animal lover, sister, friend, and Hoosier.